As I said this in my previous vids that I've dropped, but it is going to be a rough winter. Obviously, with how everything is going in life right now, there's no doubt that people are struggling right now, man. And again, I've said this before in my other vids, but I really do like to talk about the current state of tattooing, and really, like, you can't talk about it without discussing the fact that how the current state of the world is right now is completely different than how it used to be when I first started tattooing in 2018. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to talk about how I think that tattoo apprentices actually have it harder now than ever before. This is definitely a debatable topic, so of course I want to know in the comments what you think about this after I explain everything. But I would say that with internet and social media, times have changed as far as like what would be considered being an apprentice. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure that you've heard of horror stories about people's apprenticeships, being like, oh yeah, my mentor made me do this and that and such. And I believe that, yeah, man, like, that's why older tattooers really do be needing to get their credit. You feel me? Because they had to go through it. They had to do a lot of things that we never had to go through. And back then, of course, like what I was known and stuff like that, back then it was way more of like, oh yeah, you gotta earn your way into this stuff. And you still do have to earn your way into it in a sense, but social media has changed everything. You know what I mean, bro? Like, it's not like, it's very rare nowadays where you have a mentorship or an apprenticeship where your mentor is gonna make you go out and go do crazy shit for them. You know what I mean? Like, the worst they're gonna do is make you run out and go grab a pack of cigarettes for them. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I feel like apprentices do have it better. But I mean by being an apprentice now means that you're going into such a saturated market. I shit you not, bro. I think within 2020 to now, the past 4 years, there's been so many artists that have just sprouted here and there. Boom, 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 boom. Just literally like sprouting like weeds, bro. And although it's a great thing, like, I've seen some amazing tattoos, some amazing work. It's just crazy how saturated the industry has become. Like, I've never seen this many tattoo shops or this many artists in my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, it's for sure more than ever. And so being an apprentice, you're just diving straight in. Just basically, you gotta dive straight into the deep end nowadays. You feel me? In the sense where you're playing in the big leagues, where you an apprentice, but it's gonna be hard for you at first to monetize yourself, harder than before, because of the fact that a lot of people nowadays, especially when you're first starting, bro, they want good deals on a tattoo. Like, they want like $40 bangers. You know what I mean, man? They want like $40-$50 tattoos because you're just starting off. And you can't feed yourself off of that forever, bro. You cannot feed yourself off of doing a $40-$50 tattoo a week. Back then, I mean, I remember when I first started, it was like I learned the fundamentals. Like, I had a few of my homies that came through and I tattooed them. But then really shortly after was I taking walk-ins. I think through the grace of God, just from how it worked back then, it was like a recipe for a perfect storm. 2018, the economy was doing good. I was apprenticing. There was a lot of walk-ins. And I was just really able to get my reps in from taking those walk-ins, And I think that is so important when it comes to learning how to tattoo, because you really do got to get over this learning curve during the first year of tattooing. Like, you really got to get over this hump. But then once you get over it, and then I would say once you put like 5 years into the craft or something like that, like, it's almost like riding a bike, I feel. Like, you'll be rusty, but you'll never like lose it unless I don't know, something crazy happens. I might be wrong, right? But I've seen people who've been tattooing for like 10 years, take like a few months off, go back into it, doing just fine. It's so competitive nowadays for apprentices. It's not like before, man. 2024, like I said, like walk-ins are basically non-existent. Even an apprentice that is just starting off and they're getting good and stuff like that, they don't have the ability to just have all of these walk-ins like before, when the economy was doing good. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, bro, but like the average American back then used to be able to just go on a shopping spree. I don't know, bro. You could have worked at like an electrical company or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And still be able to take care of your family, afford your house or your rent or whatever, and still have money left over to like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna get so-and-so Christmas present and go on a shopping spree and shit, bro. Like, that was some early 2000s type shit. I was a little kid, but I do remember that. So back then, you have to just imagine, like, especially in 2018, bro, 2017, 2016, when I was a piercer, holy shit, was it like, I mean, on a Monday, you was an artist, you was getting paid that day. You know what I mean? So it's not like before. There's less opportunity for these new artists and these new apprentices to get in those reps, like the way I call it pre-COVID artists. The way like pre-COVID artists used to get those reps in like just so easily. Yeah, bro, like we took those days for granted, as far as like, and not only was you getting in those reps too, now an artist will take anything they can get nowadays. Like, a lot of artists will take whatever they can get, bro. But back then, it was like, oh, this person doesn't want to book a $400, $500 piece with me. They want this little tattoo. Psh, I'm too good for that. You take it. So then us as an apprentice, bro, we would get those. And that's what made us good, bro. That's what made me good fast, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Yeah, I still remember it to this day, man. Like, I'll still take infinity symbols any day, man. I'll take all that stuff, because at the end of the day, I think people do forget that. I know being an artist is about creativity, and it is about being able to express yourself through marking people permanently. But I think that a lot of people are also forgetting what tattooing is about as well. And it is about solving your client's problem. It's about solving your client's problem. And your client has a problem as far as like, hey, I want this tattoo and I want it a certain way and this and that. Sometimes that's what it is, bro, is like that. They want a tattoo. Like, they know what they want and you just gotta do the job well. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think I'm wrong? What do y'all think about what it's like to be an apprentice nowadays? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.